Hi, this is Darla Ledoux with Align and Profit, and I needed to come to you with a quick lesson today. I actually had a little rant on Facebook this week, maybe you saw it, and that is really unusual for me. So I thought I would share a quick lesson. So here's what happened. I want you to imagine an entrepreneur working really hard, maybe you've been there, crafting your message, getting clear about what you're about, who you work with, and how you want to bring that to the world. Maybe you hole yourself up in your office and get your website done and you're ready to put it out into the world, and you share it with someone and they tell you they don't get it, or they tell you that you have to change just about everything to make money. Well, that really pushes my buttons, because here's the thing. First of all, you don't have to please everybody. In fact, for most of you, you need 10 to 15 ideal clients to make a very good living. Second, it's just a classic cycle of proving in action, and that's why I'm bringing you this lesson today. So here's what happens in the cycle of proving. The first thing that happens is you peak your big vision. You've all got a big vision, right? That's why you're here watching this video or subscribe to my list. So you get this sense of what's possible, and it really lights you up. And maybe you're a little nervous, but you're on fire because it matters to you. And you start to remove obstacles. So I actually spent 10 years daydreaming about starting a business before I finally did it. And I went here a lot. I would think about something, I'd have a great idea, I'd start to get people out of the way, people lined up to go make it happen. And then, here's what happens next. You open your mouth. Right? So maybe here you've made time for the business, made time for the new thing, and then you start to talk about it. And this happens no matter what level of business you're at, no matter who your ideal client is, no matter what life situations you've got going on. The very next thing that happens once you open your mouth about your vision is something will validate your fear. I want you to think about that for a minute. Think about the times when you've gotten really clear and on fire. Immediately afterward, something will happen to have you doubt yourself or second guess yourself. Whether it is like the example I shared about someone giving you unsolicited feedback about how you've designed your business, or maybe it's some other bright, shiny object opportunity comes along right at the exact time when you're about to take off. It will happen in big ways or in subtle ways. And I actually teach about this quite a bit in my Inner Alignment Intensive that I do, every few months, and I have one coming up in January. The whole premise of it is this cycle of proving, because what I see is this is what stops entrepreneurs in their tracks time and time again. And this fear has a particular tone to it. It always has to do with trying to prove someone right or someone wrong. And usually it's someone from your past, and it takes something to pinpoint where that cycle came from. And that's why I teach this, and I love it. Because here's the downside. Here's what happens when the fear gets validated. For most people, this is why most businesses fail, you ignore your inner knowing. You ignore your inner knowing. And then you settle for the next best thing. So in the example of the entrepreneur with the website, getting that negative feedback could cause them to go back and rewrite the site to try to make everybody happy and look perfect and put together. And in trying to reach everybody, you actually reach nobody. And you would lose that impact on the ideal client who needs you most. When you settle for the next best thing, then you're not attracting those clients, and eventually you will give up. So here's what you want to know about the cycle of proving. It always happens. Every time you go to the next level, your fear will be validated. So the key to dismantling this is here. It's all about, first of all, knowing that the fear will come up. When you know it, it doesn't have a hold on you. Secondly, it's knowing how to deal with it, right? So what do I do when the fear comes up? Like I said, no matter what level of business you're in, it's going to happen. So how you handle it is the difference between those businesses that really take off and those that continue to struggle. So we can bypass this, right? We can interrupt the pattern, give yourself a new experience, and unleash an even greater vision in your business. And that's what I love more than anything to help entrepreneurs do, which is why that experience pushed my buttons so much when I heard someone talking about that. So what I did is I put together a class. It is 90 minutes. It's called the Inner Alignment Mini Camp. So when you bypass this cycle of proving and you're no longer trying to prove to your mom that you're not ungrateful, for example, then you're free to really create in your business from a place of complete and total truth. You're able to own your own personal currency, that gift that you want to exchange in the world, and charge for it. So the Inner Alignment Mini Camp is happening Tuesday evening. It's 90 minutes. It is not just a bunch of tips and pointers, but I'm actually going to walk you through some specific exercises in your business so you can get in touch with what is this fear that's being validated for you right now that's keeping you from making that next step, that big vision, a reality. It's $90 for the 90-minute class, and you get a one-on-one session with me. So during the week or two after, I've got a few times because of the holidays, you will get on the phone with me and we'll literally walk through your cycle of proving, but also the truth that's trying to come through you right now. Because here's what happens when you become really good at dismantling this and identifying the fear, and you're willing to be real about that, that's where your best, most profitable marketing comes in. You've all heard there's a breakdown before the breakthrough. And I actually think there's a breakdown or fear gets validated right before you're about to share your very best gifts with the world. And that's what we want to create on Tuesday. So just visit alignandprofit.com/minicamp or click the link if you see that below and register. Again, it's $90. It's with me. We have a one-on-one session in addition to walking through that class where we'll go deeper about what fear is showing up for you and the impact that's having on your business and how to turn that impact into a really cool marketing campaign. This is Darla Ledoux with alignandprofit.com, and do not allow anyone else to take your dream. I'll see you soon.